Hey, how is it going, everyone? Welcome to Ford Racing, the very first one in the series for the PS1. Well, the original version was in Windows, but trying to play an old Windows game on modern Windows is a bad idea. So instead we have PS1. Now, I don't really have many expectations of this game, but hey, we will see. I mean, it will be nice, maybe, perhaps. But I don't know. I mean, the one that I played some days ago was Off-Road, which was ironically the last one in the series. But yeah, press the start button to enter car season. Yeah, when it says car, it's talking about the Ford car, which is like, you know, it's supposed to be wait, skip. What you mean skip? Why would I want to skip? I'm just entering the first race. Well, I guess if you don't want to play a race, I mean, what are you gonna play? You can qualify, but I'm not doing that. Well, in fact, you see, that's something that is good to skip. I'm not sure what the options say. Oh yeah, I think I already checked this. You have a difficulty thing, but it doesn't affect career. It affects single race. I think I'll keep it like that. So yeah, let's just go to skip qualify. Well, I could try putting hard difficulty just in case, but yeah, might as well do that, just in case it affects it, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Because it wouldn't say single race, it will say something else. And let's just get into it. Though, I mean, in that case it will be like, well, in off-road racing that you have difficulty that does not apply to the career mode. And it kind of goes into hard difficulty right at the beginning. Though here, the thing is that... like, I think I remember some days ago testing... Well, first of all, it's only one lap. So that alone is already enough to know that the settings do not affect the career mode, because otherwise it will be 3 and not 1. But yeah, the difficulty here, I'm assuming, is on easy by default. So... the thing about this game is that it released in the year 2000, was pretty much the last year of the PS1, so it seems that this franchise has something about releasing games on a console that is almost dead. But it's fine. Well, that's a minute. The Ford car is basically the classic vehicle that I remember seeing it use... Wait, finish it. How do I get out of here? No, don't pause. Oh, it eventually gets out when it feels like it. Though, see, that's the issue. If I put exit in the replay, does it actually exit the replay, or is it a forfeit? No, it actually exits the replay, okay. Wait, what's that 18? The points? That point distribution makes no sense. I think they are the points. Wow, that's a weird point distribution. 18, 11, then sits and sits. Okay, sure. I mean, that doesn't make any sense that you have the exact same points for the third and the fourth place. Like, the idea is that you being in the podium is supposed to be special, you know? Like, the first place having way more points than the other kinda makes sense, but yeah, I don't think that the third and fourth makes sense. Well, and the second having 11 specifically, that's a pretty weird number when the first one is 18. It's fine. Well, I was out to say, sorry, I get distracted easily. The Ford car is a commute car. Very common one. That, I mean, I remember seeing it a lot when I was a kid in the streets. I'm pretty sure it was also extremely cheap. Like, if I'm not mistaken, also wasn't it a coupe, right? Like it only had 2 doors, which wasn't, I think, extremely common for commute cars, but I think it was the case. All I remember is that it was cheap. It was basically a cheap option. Well, yeah, and it makes sense that it will be the first car that you start the career with. Yeah. I don't know though why when it says finish it just waits like 10 seconds for it to actually finish. At least the replay, well, I didn't check what happens if you put exit while it says finish, but something tells me that will be a forfeit. I don't wanna risk it. Wait, it says normal and sprint. What does that mean? Maybe that's a variant, like it's a different path. This one looks exactly the same though. Are we sure? Wouldn't be so sure. So why are you loading the car? Didn't you already load it on the previous ones? I didn't check what setup means, but yeah, you cannot do shit. Like, I'm pressing X or up and down and it doesn't do anything. Well, I mean, I'm assuming that in these first ones it's not gonna make a difference. In fact, wait a second, this is not a Ford car, this is the Ford Fiesta. Also, we're gonna be using 2 different cars in the same tournament. Well, that's cool, I guess. Why not? Oh, and the number I have on my car is 25. Which is nice because it's a number I like. Okay, so the game definitely penalizes you in terms of speed for drifting too much in a corner, so... Ah, fuck. Damn it. Well, and obviously will penalize you for being off track like that. You don't have an option to reset the race though, because you have exit, but... Well, yeah, I could check since this was a bad result anyways what happens if I put exit after it says finish. Okay, so you can do exit and it's not gonna count as a forfeit. Yeah, shame about that. Wait, where does it say the standings? Shouldn't it be saying the standings now? Or maybe the standings are new because it's a different car. Well, if that's the case, I'm obviously gonna lose, but that's fine. I don't really mind. So wait, we're back at the Ford car. Well, now I'm confused. So what was that Ford Fiesta one for? I mean, sure, I don't mind personally. I mean, as long as the points are still counted from the beginning, I don't mind. It's apparently the last one of the tournament. And it only has 2 laps. I guess I do need to figure out more or less what the game wants you to do with the corners, because drifting is definitely not what it wants. But it seems to be mostly about braking like normal, like if it was a... Well, calling a game this all a simcade is kind of an exaggeration, but... I think that you're simply supposed to do the classic, you know, leave the accelerator and brake. Like, that's it, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm a little bit pissed off that it says miles per hour. I don't like, I don't know how much that is in kilometers per hour. We'll assume probably like almost 100 or something. Which I guess it's more or less the maximum that a car like this will reach. Well, and something that if you use it as a commute car you will never see. Because, you know, going at 100 kilometers per hour on a street doesn't seem like the right choice. But at least this one was a clean victory. It's mostly about learning that this game is like not super arcade. I mean, it obviously is still pretty arcadey, but it's more about you know. Wait, what does L, F, and P mean? I have no clue. Oh, it says it down there. I'm stupid. My bad. Right, so I win with 69 points. Nice. Alright. Promotion cost free. Promotion to what? Oh, to the Fiesta season. Okay. So there are 5 races here. Oh, that's Willow Springs, I'm pretty sure. Though I don't think they have the rights to that. Well, actually, maybe it's not really. Like, it looks a lot like Willow Springs, but maybe it's not. I guess we will see when we see how the landscape looks like. Yeah. So can you set up something here? Okay, so I don't know what setup does. I mean, maybe you have to play a lot of the career to be able to do that. No, this is most likely Willow Springs. I've been in the middle of the desert like this, come on. You ain't fooling anyone. It might be that they don't have the rights to use the name of the track. But they do have, obviously, the rights to use the name of the cars. Well, it's a Ford game after all, so... It's hard to tell, maybe I'm an ignorant and this is not Willow Springs, but the shape is just very similar. Okay, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to do these corners, really, guys. These guys are doing them faster than I am. Maybe instead of using the brakes, I should lift the accelerator and that's it. But some corners feel like you're going too fast. Like, there's no way you will stop in time. But the opponents really... For example, there you have to brake, no matter what. And I mean, it is possible that these guys are simply braking better than me, but... just a little bit odd. The issue here is that not winning will cost me a big amount of points. It's fine, we still have 4 more races. Yeah, we gotta keep going. So yeah, fastest lap, pole, and lead race. Well, I lead the race for a big amount of time. At least this is a familiar track, though. It's a familiar track that with a car like this, I don't think I did very well. It's fine. Well, at least it's 3 laps. Okay, that's so shitty. Just blocking me like that, like it's no issue. So I guess I shouldn't try overtaking from the right. Promise that overtaking from the left will make me kinda go outside the track. If I'm gonna have an asshole just cross me like that. So the green guy is the guy that won on the previous race, so him winning another one is definitely not good. Now, it seems that just like in the off-road game that I play, the collisions are pretty bad. In the sense that it's like you cannot really do much to affect what the opponent is gonna do. Like, the opponent will stay there, but you're not gonna move it out of the way. It really is pretty scary if this is supposed to be the easy difficulty. This is the easy difficulty. I don't know what to expect from the harder ones. I mean, I do know what to expect because, as I say, I feel like I did try it when I tested this game some days ago, and the opponents just went away. They just escaped. Couldn't do anything about them. As you can see, it's like whatever you do is not gonna face these guys. Well, actually that kinda face him. Just that obviously that sort of collision doesn't really make sense, but you actually have more more interaction than with the off-roading, which is pretty sad to think about it that way. So I mean, that's a game on the PS2, on the like a very late PS2 game. Wait, so you get more points depending on if you get the pole and you lead the race. So I guess the points are not static. Okay, well that's good to know. I didn't know. Alright. Well, now that I know that at least. Should be... Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that information. If anything, that means that qualifying and getting the pole is worth it because of the extra points, but... I mean, I don't wanna qualify, dude. I am allergic to it. Wait, this is okay, so for some reason, at the middle of the championship, you change cars. And now we have the Ford Escort. Okay, well, sure. Just don't understand, because this is supposed to be the... like the Fiesta season, just like the previous one was the car season, and yet we are using cars that don't really belong there, you know? Ooh, you need to brake so much more there. Hey, obviously this car is faster than the Fiesta. Not by an insane amount, mind you, still quite faster. At least I managed to stay in front. Though I think here, maybe it's supposed to be an extra race that doesn't even count for the points or something. I don't know. I still don't understand how these guys go that fast. It's a little bit odd. A little bit suspicious. Can I overtake this guy before the end, though? I mean, I don't even think this game has slipstream as a mechanic, but you never know. I can overtake him before the end. I mean, at least in this difficulty, your speed is higher on straights. Yeah, that works. But do I get any points for this, or what? No, see, those... I think that those are simply bonus races, like, you don't get shit from them. They are just there. because they feel like it's like a preview, like so you know what to expect on the next one. Okay. Okay, we're back at the fiesta. Wait, the guy with like in first place, that it's the green guy, is in second to last place. Well, maybe he will be able to overtake them all. It does seem like he might be faster than the other guys. Just I think that last time he actually did start in first place, didn't he? Wait, this is only one lap, really? I was not expecting that and I didn't pay attention to it. That is an issue. Well, this guy ended up beating me, but the thing is that he's not the green guy, so as long as I have more points than the green guy, it's fine. But yeah, I think that we are pretty close in points. Probably. Yeah, quite close. I mean, well, basically here, whoever finishes ahead wins. Don't know how many... Oh, 2 laps. Well, if I mess up the first one, I can recover on the second one. Though, this one was the one I lost, right? Like I got in second place, I think. This also has some pretty... Oh, he started in first now. Well, I gotta be careful. Well, and by be careful, I mean I need to be good, I need to win. So hey, maybe you get promoted even if you don't get in first place. I have no clue how this game works. And I mean, to be fair, I don't even know how the game... is beaten, right? So far, you don't seem to have an overview of what to do, right? You can see that I'm barely, or rather my car is barely faster than his. So, yeah. It's fine, we have one more lap. This game also incentivizes dive bombing a lot, especially with the way the physics operate. Like, what you want to do is dive bomb. Simply what you do. Things like that are like the standard way of overtaking. But in fact, you can tell that in a corner that you normally don't take at that speed, if you take it from the inside, when your opponent is on the outside, you can take it regardless. Well, the issue here is that a repeat of the previous lap doesn't happen, and it might happen, which is basically me being slower on the corner exit and him having way more momentum for the final straight. Doesn't seem like that will be the case. In fact, he's pretty far behind. Well, in that case, I win. It's still pretty scary because Again, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the easy difficulty. And I'm getting my ass very kicked. Also, wait, that was 35 points. So every race doesn't even give you the same amount of points. We got a free promotion to the escort season. So that means that you will have to pay for the promotion at some point. Though this really, well, in fact, it says free entry there, for example. So you eventually will have to pay to enter races. But, like, so that means that you can game over? Maybe. That will be weird. Don't think I remember many career modes where you game over. Because, I mean, that's more of an arcade thing, right? And career modes are kinda supposed to be like the antithesis of arcade. They are supposed to be a more, well, first of all, a longer experience, of course, but also something that you can come back into at any time. Well, in business simulation games, I guess having a game over where you go bankrupt makes sense, but in a racing game, I'm not so sure. But hey, maybe that's not the case, you know? Like, maybe if you run out of money, you simply need to replay races that you already played. Oof, damn, I almost drifted and I didn't even use the brakes. You definitely need the brakes there. Oof. I really need to slow down there. The issue is that my opponents still show up regardless. It's like they do it in a very magical way. Well, it doesn't matter. This one at least I win. I'm worried about when these things actually become faster. That might be an issue. You also get money for getting the fastest lap and the pole position. I still think that's gonna become a problem eventually. When you run out of money and you need it to keep going, like what is it gonna happen? Oh, it says Coron on the left of that guard. So it says Moron. Well, I mean, wouldn't be a wrong statement. Now, I'm not sure here who is my rival, like who is the guy that is the second place of the tournament. In the previous one it was pretty easy because it was kind of like a color that definitely stood out. But this one's, well, maybe it also stands out. I mean, my purple stands out. Well, and that's also another thing, like you don't really pick the color. Like, I guess since you get into these seasons for free, the car that you have is also completely free. Also, I instinctively press L2 there to brake, but L2 here looks backward. You can change it to make it so L1 looks backward. In fact, I probably should change it. I'm way more used to L1 to look back than L2. I mean, when it comes to racing games, and I'm talking about the ones that don't use the triggers to accelerate and brake, I don't really use the triggers for anything. I lost so much time in that whole section. He was not that close, but now he's right there. Isn't it a little bit too much to do 3 laps here? But I guess we're kinda getting out from the beginner races, right? And that guy seems very dead set on being close to me, and I don't like it personally. That's, I mean, he's kind of at the same distance every time. Like, he's not really getting any closer. Okay, that's changing now. He's definitely getting closer now, and I'm not a fan of that. I mean, it would be pretty sad that I've been leading the whole race and then I get overtaken right at the end, but it might be what's happening. He's way closer now than he was in the previous 2 laps, so unfortunately that might be the fate of this race. Okay, got it. So at least it's another race in the bag. Though they still, because of pole position, oh, I also got the fastest lap. Nice. You don't get that much money for that, but it's still nice. Oh, and this is like a new version of Willowdale, a longer one. Oh, and it is supposed to be the exhibition one. And you have an entry cost, 450 you need to pay. So if you want your money back, you have to get into the podium. It's interesting. Also, let me change the button so looking back is on L1, because, you know... yeah, vibration is on, but I have it disabled in the emulator anyway, so it's this one. Because I remember when I tested it, no, not this one actually, I almost fucked up, no, this one. Yeah, put that one. And then go back, yeah, skip the quali. So, this one is gonna be even faster. How much faster are we talking? Also, they made the wheels super thin. Well, in pretty much every car, not just this one, but it's so weird, guys. Wouldn't have costed you anything to make them a little bit wider. I mean, it would have costed you more polygons, but kinda doubt that those polygons will be so expensive for you to not be able to use them. Okay. Even can go through a tunnel. I don't... Okay, that's a pretty rough corner. Hey, obviously the AI has no issues taking it. Shouldn't be surprised. Okay. And I get this corner and that should be it. And at least it went well. And I even earned some money. Not only made it back, but I also got a little bit more out of it too. Okay, I like when that happens. So, how much is it? Well, it's not really an insane amount, but it's good enough. Okay, all of these are free entry, and this also is supposed to be the championship one. I will not I will not feel safe until I see what happens when you run out of money. But it's fine. Look, even if I run out of money and the game is like, hey, game over, you are fucked. There's nothing you can do to keep going. You lost all your progress. Get on. Even if that's the case, that's fine. You know, the important thing is just experiencing the game, okay? The races are getting longer. I do wonder if, because I see that there is a pit stop, at least model, right? Like you pull, oh, never mind. I mean, it is model, but you cannot enter it. Well, for now, maybe you can enter it in some other ones, but probably not. I mean, I wouldn't expect a game like this to have anything complex like that. I mean, complex. I guess complex in the sense that I don't think this game is gonna do anything out of the basic, right? Because yeah, at this point, by 2000, both Gran Turismo games were already out. And, you know, they both had pit stops. Oh, yeah. Well, both actually did the first one have pit stops. The second one for sure, but I actually don't remember if the first one had pit stops. I feel like it had to, but yeah, could be misremembering. I don't know. I mean, I think that comparing any PS1 racing into Gran Turismo will be a little bit unfair, since you're pretty much comparing it to essentially the best one to ever do it. But I mean, when I think back at it, it really is like that, right? I don't think there's a better PlayStation 1 racing game than both Gran Turismo. Like, I think, I mean, obviously I'm a Ridge Racer fan, and specifically Rage Racer is a game I like a lot, but as much as I like it, I wouldn't say that it's a better game than Gran Turismo. Even though I prefer it when it comes to playing it, right? Like, it is a game that might be higher for me, but yeah, looking at it from an objective standpoint, Gran Turismo demolishes it, and I'm pretty sure demolishes everything. Like, even the Need for Speed games are kind of like a kid's toy, even though they do different things. But at that point, it's like none of those games really had any sort of realism or anything like that. So that point is kind of like how the content is, and I think that Gran Turismo really, you know, beats them all. Right. Okay. This one is the last one. Double points. So there are a lot of variables to the points that you get, and apparently in this final race you get twice the amount of points that you normally get. Well, that's messed up. I think that this has been the most inconsistent point system I've seen in a racing game for tournaments. Like, even games like Mario Kart have more consistency than this. Also, it's a single lap. That's also another weird thing. Like, wasn't the first race here 3 laps in this tournament? Like, with the same cars and everything, right? I mean, I don't remember if it was the first or the second one, but the point is that, like, it was one of the previous ones, so a little bit weird that later on you put a race with essentially the same conditions, but only 1 lap. It's supposed to be kind of like a sudden death race in a way. Now this is bad for me, but we can't do much about it right now. Well, aside from that, now this guy has more speed than I do, but I block him, so it doesn't matter. If I hadn't blocked him, I think he would have won. Anyways, that's that. So at least another tournament completed and beaten. And let's see if going to the next category is still free or if I'm gonna be asked to pay. I don't wanna pay. No, it's free for now. So now the Puma. So this is a model that I don't know about, Ford Puma. So these are seats. No, well, 7, but I'm assuming one of them is... Yeah, well, in fact, it tells you right there with the icon. The one that is money is kind of like not for the tournament and simply to earn money. And then the final one is double points. So yeah, the game tells you that. It's just that the UI is... Like, for example, where it says free entry there is pretty obvious. Like, it says free entry, so you know that you don't have to pay anything. Free entry, right? But when you do have to pay something, it just shows the number without any sort of thing to identify what that number is, and also without even the dollar symbol or anything like that. So like, you wouldn't know exactly what that number is if it wasn't for the fact that in the other ones it said free entry. So the UI in this game, at least for the menus, is pretty bad. Like, certainly not a UI that values readability. Like, it values more being like compact, right? The UI in-game, well, in-game, I mean, when you're racing, it's functional, I guess. It's okay. I would prefer if you will let me see in kilometers per hour. I mean, that's fine. Sure, why not? It's, after all, the American version. So, yeah, Americans don't use kilometers per hour. And I don't think that's a generalization, you know? Like, later, there might be, of course, racing fans that, yes, they probably think in kilometers per hour, but if you're talking about a regular person, the average person, no, they they do not see kilometers per hour or kilometers in general. They see miles. Everything is miles. Well, depends. See, that's the thing, and that's the interesting thing about the imperial system. Everything is miles until it isn't. Like, then you have yards, you have inches, you know. Not sure what other units for distance they have. They basically have quite, well, feet, yes. They have that, well, for distance. Mostly for... yes, measuring space, right? Like two-dimensional space. Well, I mean, three-dimensional space will be the same, but like, you know, squared or cubic, depending on if you want to measure an area or the volume of something. So I'm surprisingly doing pretty well. Like, I don't want to jinx myself, but with this car, it seems that I am doing well. Maybe it's because I'm ultra familiar with the track at this point, but it's a pretty short track and it's the one that has shown up the most. But yeah. Alright. Give me that. So this one is the full version of this thing. Well, sure, I don't mind. Also, you know, despite being a PS1 game, it has very fast loading screens. Well, the loading screen is that one thing that is like a progress bar that gets filled, because as you can see, as long as you put a race, it loads instantly because it already loaded. You already used the time to load before, which I guess it's cool, because not many games specify what they are loading. But here you have a progress bar for the track and for the car. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. Oof. Yeah, this track though will be an issue, especially with 3 laps. The amount of corners to mess up is pretty high. It's a big amount. Oh, apparently I did that pretty fast. Well, I'm glad. That one though, I probably didn't do it fast, even though I would think I did it well. Yeah, I don't know. I am seeing more distance here than in the previous tournaments. I mean, maybe it's too early to say, but yeah, that's the thing. It's too early to say. Keep your mouth shut, because you can see after that corner, this guy is already there. So yeah, you spoke too soon. I like games where the minimap is useful. Which, I mean, you might be thinking, well, yeah, that's the point of the minimap, but there are some minimaps that sometimes are not very well done, or they are too soon in or whatever, but this one, for what I needed, is absolutely perfect. Like, I know exactly when the opponent is getting closer, when it's further away, like when I should be worrying and when I shouldn't be worrying. But right there, I don't think I need to look at the minimap to know I should be worrying. So the minimap is a nice confirmation that I should, yeah. Well, at least the good thing here is that knowing who is the second place is very easy. It's the red and yellow guy. Did I do it well this time? No. Still not, apparently. Not sure how to do that corner in an acceptable speed. At least acceptable to battle against the AI, right? It's also not like you're doing super well either. Maybe this is one of those where the AI does amazing when you're not looking. But when you are looking, you can see how bad they are. Or well, how bad they are, rather how normal they are. But no, I don't think so. I think this AI is one of those that is like very, you know, it does its thing. And that's not very specific, what I should say. You know, I mean that I think that they are consistent. Like they just follow their path at their fixed speed, and that's it. Like it's the classical, like, scripted. Well, scripted is also not a specific thing to say, but they go their own way, essentially. So Mountain Ring, and this one is the one that is for money with a 4 focus. I mean, these races are risky. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, that one race that I had on the first tournament, that was also a money race like this one, I got 4th place, and that essentially means that I were not able to make my money back. But at least back then the money values were a lot lower. Still gotta be careful. Now this is a new track. So I wonder what will be the fastest Ford car in this game. So I wouldn't expect the focus to be. So I wonder like how high we're gonna be going. Are we going to get into Grand Touring? We're going to get into, you know, I don't think we will get into. Well, I don't know what we're gonna get into. We just gotta keep going to figure it out. Would be nice to see the Ford GT. I mean, seems like the obvious choice, but we don't know. Well, I know for a fact that the Ford GT appears in one of the NES games in the series because it's part of the cover. But on this one, I don't know. In fact, I don't even know how the cover of this game looks like. So I cannot overtake this guy. It's weird because he's not getting away from me, but I also cannot overtake him. Pretty old. But hey, the fact that he's not getting away is nice at least. That first corner is very clearly the hardest one in the track. Well, keep in mind that here getting second place will not be an issue whatsoever, because like this doesn't matter for the points, and I still get, well, I get my money back, and I also get a little bit of extra cash as well. The second place wouldn't be a bad result. That being said, worry not, because this will be a win. I'm a fan of the pixelated clouds in the background, it's pretty cool. pretty nice. It's not like you can do much different there. Nice collision, yeah, the collision physics are pretty shitty, but you know, it is what it is. They did what they could. They could have done more though, but it's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, how is it going, Bravi? I mean, considering that it's a game at the end of the PS1 lifespan, yeah, it's very unimpressive what it does, but it's a game. I'm willing to give it a pass, simply because it's PS1. Just gonna let it go scot-free this time. Remember here that the... Wait, is that the same yellow and red guy? Yeah, it is, right? The one that is in second place right now on the standings? Or is there another one? No. Well, actually, no, it has to be that one. Well, and now that he's second in this... Well, second, no, he's first in this race. I'm the one that is falling behind. Like, come on, wake up. This is not an acceptable result by any means. Well, we still have one more lap anyway, so not that big of a deal. You're doing surprisingly bad right now. Yeah, it's definitely the same guy. Well, in that case, we really don't want to let him win. That's for sure. But surprisingly, the guy in third place is also pushing a lot. Well, and then you have a guy in fourth place also being pretty active right now. No, I should be able to win. Not by a lot though. Like, that's a win, but But barely, okay. I'll take it. I mean, so far we won every race of this tournament. So, not bad. Yeah, we will see. Still need to keep an eye on that guy. This is only one lap, so you gotta make it count. So yeah, make it count. I still don't know why they set up that you cannot change it at all. Because it makes me think that maybe you might go through every single division, kinda. Like now we are in the easy one, and then when you do all of the, you know, when you do all of the categories here, you go to like the normal one or something, and you go through every category again, but this time it's harder. And that will be an issue because it really is hard enough as it is right now. Which is kind of a problem. But this guy is surprisingly going faster than me. Wait, did I win? I think I won. I mean, it says first, but by how much did I win? Like, that was a photo finish. Oh, there, according to the game, there was no difference, not a single millisecond. Like, that was a tie for, you know, well, yeah, for sure it was a tie. But the game considered it a win for me, so that's pretty cool. That was pretty intense, but I don't know why. He really felt faster than in the other races. I'm a little bit scared now. We're back at the Ford Focus here, so we can just take it easy on this one. And then start worrying again on the last one, though. That's the fucked up thing, right? Like, you could be winning every single race in the tournament, and then you get to the final race that has double points, and if you don't win it, there is a chance that you will lose even if you have a very big lead, right? I mean, I don't know if the opponents of the next tournament are gonna be, or rather are gonna use the same AI as this ones, but if they use the same AI, I think I should be mostly fine. Maybe or maybe I just spoke too soon, as I always do. God damn it. Even that corner, really? Well, at least a third place is enough to get my money back, so it's something. Yeah, I think that at most this will probably be a second place, and even then I kinda doubt it. You know, I don't think it will be a second place. No, well, at least it's a podium finish, so I don't lose any money for participating here. It would have been better to, you know, to get a better result. Okay. I'm glad that that guy that got first place, like, since it's a race where you don't get points, he didn't get any points, because he got like the three things. He got fastest lap, leader, and pole position. Would have gotten an insane amount of points if it was an actual race for points. Well, gotta be glad it wasn't. Also, now that I think about it, I should save. And especially if, you know, if the fact that you can run out of money is as important as I think it is, I should save at least at the end of it, of each season, you know. Well, ideally it will be after every race that goes well. I don't even know if you're allowed to save. No, you have to be allowed to save once you're inside of the career mode. Ah, fuck. I'm fucking up. Seems that in these previous races the AI has been doing a lot better than me. Yeah, the issue is that if this guy wins, there is a chance, I don't know how high, because I don't know exactly what the point standings are, but a chance that he might end up winning the tournament, despite the fact that I have a good lead. It's not gonna matter much if he gets double points. I definitely need at least a second place, though. With a second place, I think I should be fine, but there's no guarantee. Especially since here, it's pretty likely that he will get like the pole position, the fast. Well, he will probably get every bonus. So if he gets double points with all of those bonuses added, he will get like what, 50 points in a single race. So with something like that, he probably will win. And I at this point, I don't think I'm reaching him. So here is to hope that the points he gets are not that insane. But wait, wait, what? I actually will win? Alright. Well, that's unexpected. But obviously I had to attack like that, but I don't know why he slowed down so much in one of those. Yeah, that's a pretty fucked up win, but it's a win nonetheless, so I'll take it. I think that he got pole and lead race, and that was already quite some points, but yeah. We get another free promotion to the Ford Focus. I should save right now, shouldn't I? Assuming, can I even save when I'm like in the options menu? I think there was a save option. I don't know what it will save. If it will save the career or just general game progress. There is a save thing. So, okay, at least it was also a fast save. What I don't know if that saves, as I say, the career or the general progress. I have no clue. Okay, so now on the Ford Focus. Curious to see what other cars are gonna show up. but which cars and how many? That's also important. That was not good. This guy being here. Essentially, if someone is inside of a corner in this game, they will overtake no matter what. Like, there is no other possibility, pretty much. You know, I don't really remember what season this is supposed to be. Like, yeah, the Ford Focus one, but is it the fourth or the fifth one? Because we got the Ford Ka, the Fiesta, the Puma, and then, am I forgetting one? I can't remember if I'm forgetting one. Oh yeah, the Escort. Which was the previous one, wasn't it? Or was that the third one? Well, I don't know. But yeah, this is the fifth one then. That was a little bit too fast. Because I had the inner sight on that corner, I'm gonna end up winning anyways. Which is interesting. Yeah, that's just the way it works. He's still... It was still too close, but not close enough to win. Okay. This a good thing is that, well, I'm assuming that all the money that I'm accumulating here will be useful later. Regardless of if it's useful or not, I wonder if it will be enough. I hope. Nice at least to see there is a braking reference for this corner, since it's such a hard one. So these guys are pushing me out of the track, which yeah, I get that it's the serve karma and all of that. More importantly, here the guy that got second place doesn't seem to even be close to the podium, so that's... Okay, never mind, he's right there. I, again, spoke too soon. This seems to be the only track where there is like a very clearly pixelated effect, which in this case is the clouds. Yeah. Even on the inside there, I did the corner so badly that I ended up not getting the position. At the same time, if you can, you really want to just dive on like that. Everything else is pretty much secondary. I also wonder if maybe the reason why, despite this potentially be in easy difficulty, like the reason why I might be struggling so much is because of the fact that maybe manual transmission like is faster than automatic. Some games back then did that, and not just faster in the fact that you have more control, but faster in the fact that they literally had a higher top speed if you pick manual. Either I couldn't do much to avoid being on the outside. And when someone is already in parallel to you before the corner, like you either slow down or you get fucked. It's still weird to see the way the opponents do with a corner like that, like sudden stop and then suddenly they, you know, accelerate again. They did what they could with the physics, you know. That was bad. Oh yeah, that was bad. Pretty bad, in fact. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna overtake in this tunnel, so... well, too bad for you. Ah, that's a shame. Like, such a long-ass race to end up losing like that. At least the red guy got second place, but... I didn't play Robo Blast 2, so I wouldn't know about that. Team, 1,000 to enter, and this is for the Ford Contour. I also didn't know about that model. I don't even know how it looks like. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, it looks, it looks okay. I'm not really sure if it feels that much faster though than the Ford Focus, but I'm kinda being left behind right now. It's not a nice thing. And maybe in this one is where the difficulty stops being easy. I say normally I didn't have the AI get this far away from me yet in this career mode. It's a possibility. And again, I don't know what happens when you don't win a tournament. Like, it still hasn't happened, but maybe it's not as bad as I think it will be, right? Like, I don't think the game will just say game over back to the beginning, which, yeah. Well, if that's the case, I guess that's a good point to stop, of course. Well, that was a single lap. Well, at least I did get my money back, but I didn't earn any money. That's rough. If that's how the next season is gonna be, I might be completely boned. Like, very boned. Like, extremely boned. Let's just hope it's not that fucked up. Let's just hope. Well, I don't see how it wouldn't. Like, so far all of those have been actual previews of how the next season is gonna be, so it ain't looking very good for me. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just seeing the AI run away suddenly, so that's why I think that the difficulty setting has been switched in the career mode. And this might be medium difficulty, which is pretty scary in itself, because yeah, if this is medium, hard is gonna be something. But something I cannot read clearly. At the same time, considering that these cars usually just have 4 gears, I'm not sure how, like, thinking about manual transmission making a difference. Like, that's the thing, I don't see how it will make a difference. Most likely wouldn't, but I also don't know what else I will be supposed to do. I also don't think I'm intended to use the handbrake. I mean, maybe, but that doesn't seem like it shouldn't be the case that the handbrake will be the solution. I also could start doing quali, but I'm not sure if that's gonna make any difference either. Not to mention, who knows that by doing quali if I can even get the pole position, but here I got a 3rd place, and I think that my chances of winning the tournament are kinda gone, which is a shame, but you know, it is what it is, you know, it happens. Oh, does the setup do... You know, the setup, you still cannot change it. It even makes me wonder if that's an option that is even implemented. Well, this is supposed to be an extended version of this thing, huh? Well, that's... that looks very long. Like, the regular track was already long enough, but this one looks even longer, somehow. So yeah, that is an issue. Wait, oh, we go to dirt? That doesn't seem like, like, this doesn't make any sense. This will be something that will be in Rallycross, I guess, but... Well, maybe this car can do that, but... The point is that... You know that the sort of tires that you need for these two surfaces are kinda different, right? Yeah, that was at least unexpected, I gotta say. Took me by surprise. Invincible tires. Well, to be fair, there are rally stages that go through mid-cell terrain. Like, basically you have rally stages that have tarmac in some places and then they go to dirt or even to snow. And at that point the tire selection, I think, has to mostly be the one that can stand whatever the harsher terrain is. So even if they are tires that will clearly do way inferior in tarmac, well, tarmac, asphalt, or whatever the fuck it is. Usually in rally I think it is supposed to be tarmac, but the point is that regardless of what surface it is, I think that you kind of have to sacrifice for like the easier surface and be prepared for the harder one. So here, I mean, if this was any realistic, like, you probably would want to use dirt tires, even if half of the race takes place on tarmac. Now the question here is if the dirt is any different in the middle and in the sides, because I mean, the game makes an effort in differentiating them, but do you go any slower? Probably. Ah, that was a very bad corner. That was bound to happen. This might still be a second place, though keep in mind that this race does not matter for the championship. So here it's only to get money. And keep in mind that we still have not used money a single time. So I still don't know what money is useful for. I mean, yes, it will be useful to probably like level up a category or... Well, get promoted, I mean. Yeah, I don't know when that's gonna happen. Well, considering that I'm probably not gonna win this tournament, it will be... Wait, endurance. The second one says endurance. I was not expecting that. What do you mean with endurance? Like, how long are we talking? That will be an issue, and more importantly, will pit stop be a thing? I hope not, but it could be. Anything is possible. But we will see. For the time being, we have a pretty normal race here. Pretty normal, but yeah, I might still not win it. I probably should have done the quali, but yeah, I guess I didn't. Maybe I could try doing the quali for the next one, since it's the one that you get double points and it's an endurance and all that shit. Maybe it's a good idea. At least to attempt it, because as I say, like, I could do the quali and still not get pole position. So yeah, I mean, let's just try. If it works, it works, and if it doesn't, well, it doesn't. No problem. Right now, as you can see, my car is not going faster than theirs, which will mean that the quality will be more important in a context like this, of course. Where being ahead from the beginning is an actual advantage and not simply a, you know, a waste of time. Well, regardless of how much better it will be to do the quali, I'm not a fan of doing quali. It's essentially like doing the race twice in a way. So not a fan of that. But I gotta attempt it at least once. Couldn't even take advantage of him properly right there. That's bad. And I also lost time, of course. Well, the first place completely escaped right now, so I think it's safe to assume that we are not catching him. Well, if it happens like the previous race that happened here, where he slowed down a lot right before the end, I could still win, but I don't know if that's happening. Maybe not. Oh, I overtook someone from the outside, no way. Unbelievable. Even if he slows down here, he's way too far to make a difference anyways. If I had done better the overtake on the previous lap, I probably could have won, but I didn't. You know, what's happening here is that their cars are actually behaving normally instead of being slower like they were in the previous races. Like, this is actually a difficulty that balances the opponent more with the player. That means that I kinda suck, so it's a problem. Alright, so wait, I didn't check how many laps. Did it say 4? I mean, if it's 4, it's not really an endurance. But yeah, let me try a quali. Wait, a quali is still 2 laps, really? And the worst part is that if we are talking about the fastest lap, you will need to do 2 laps, because the first one you start in a standing start. Well, that sucks even more than I thought. I thought it was gonna be a single lap, but no, with 2 laps. Unless, well, I mean, what I'm about to say doesn't really make a difference in how painful it will be, but the question is if the quali takes into account lap time or the total time of the 2 laps. Because, I mean, normally it's only the fastest lap time that you manage to make, but what if that's not the case? Now, regardless of if it is the case or not, I don't really expect to get the pole. I don't know if I'll get third or something. Like, it's pretty likely I will get last place, but yeah, so be it. And also here, by the way, I need to use any opportunity I have to skip corners. There are not many of them that you can actually skip, and in fact, going into off track, I think it slows you down a little bit, but it's kinda necessary. So my record here is 134. So let's see if the second lap can be like that. Would be nice. Also, the time comparison between laps is so useless because it always compares the first and the second lap. And the first lap will always obviously be slower if it counts from a standing start. Now, I completely fucked that one up. Well, if there was any chance of getting the pole, I guess there isn't now. Oh well, it is what it is. I wonder if at least it will be faster than my PB. Unlikely, especially considering that PB is probably there for using my opponents to help me steer anyway, so yeah, no, that's not even close. So, how bad is this? Okay, so last place as expected. No surprise here, so that was indeed a waste of time. So yeah, this game's concept of endurance is 5 laps. Which, I mean, even though this is a relatively long track, it's not that much. But I'm more worried about the fact that my result is gonna suck. I mean, if I at least manage to get 3rd place, my tournament standing will be 3rd place. But yeah, that is if I get 3rd place, and I guess that is a big if. Maybe I need to be softer with the brakes, like instead of fully slamming them, I should like slowly spam, well slowly, rather quickly spam the brake button. I mean, that's what I normally do in games that try to be a little bit more realistic, so maybe it works here too. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. The fact that this is gonna be a lap and I still am not in the podium is bad. It seems that there's not much of a future right now. For my racing career. Oh well. Even the 5th place is starting to overtake me. Well, the quali was already pretty much a foreshadowing of what was gonna happen, but this is extra sad. The problem is that I get close to these guys, but then I get further right away anyways. Well, at least I made it to the podium. Sadly, the first place is very far away, and the thing here is that obviously, if I cannot get first place in this race, I will not be able to win the tournament under any circumstance. But yeah, we will see. Well, at least if I don't win the tournament, I will get to see what happens. Like, will it say, well, you didn't win, try the tournament again? Or will it be like, well, you can go to the next category, but you need to pay? Which, if that's the case, that wouldn't be an issue at all, because I essentially did not use money for anything so far, so yeah, that's fine by me. You see, it seems that now, with the difficulty increasing, winning will no longer be possible. So at that point, if at least the objective is, you know, getting third place, I think that's acceptable. Well, acceptable in the sense that it's doable, right? Yeah, thanks Mr. Blue Car for completely ruining my corner like that. I mean, that's kind of what the main strat in this game is. You gotta ruin your opponent's corner to stay ahead. I am really curious to see what's even the intended strategy here. Because, I mean, like, I don't feel like there's any way to win when the difficulty gets like this. Like, I'm not sure what sort of optimal racing line will make you win, but doesn't seem like, unless you know, attack them super aggressively like this in a corner, like, you're not gonna overtake. And I mean, you can see even before I did that corner, like, this guy behind me is constantly gaining on me, even though I don't really think I'm making any mistake, but it's as if I was making many mistakes, you know? Unless you attack in a corner like that, you cannot possibly get closer in this difficulty. But that's clearly not what you're intended to do, because if you do the quali, even though I did fuck up a corner, like, that corner was certainly not enough to take out 7 seconds from my total time, you know? So I don't know how else you do. Maybe, as I say, picking manual transmission makes your car magically go faster, but if it doesn't, well, if it doesn't, I'm gonna perform worse than I am right now, which is already a lot. See, for example, there, I think that was the perfect example. I was on a straight and this guy overtook me. And as I said, I'm pretty sure slipstream is not a feature in this game. So at this point, it's like the AI is actually just straight up going faster than you. You know? And if that's the case, then, well, what do you do? It's not like there is a turbo button. It's not like it's Mario Kart and we can throw a red shell to this asshole. You know? Would be nice, but it isn't. Maybe this is just the game teaching you the valuable lesson that there will always be someone better than you, and you just have to swallow it. I mean the pride, don't swallow the guy, that's a bad thing. Well, depending on if this blue guy overtakes me or not, at least I get a podium finish, which means that I'm guaranteed to finish in the podium in the tournament, but yeah, still pretty bad overall. So what happens now? Third place is my final position in the tournament, so do I get to continue or... No, you go back to the focus season. So if you don't win a season, you will keep retrying it until eventually you win. And you can see that it's the same races. So, well, that is a problem because it's like I'm stuck in a loop here. Like, there's not much I can do. Unless when you... Like, the fact that you cannot do anything to the setup, to me, is just weird. Like, what is the point of that being there? Well, and in options you don't really have anything, because hidden items is your unlocks. And, well, you can tell... You can spoil yourself also of what cars come afterwards. And there are still many, by the way, so... If I'm already struggling here, you can tell that it ain't gonna go too far. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. As I said, if we have to get stuck here and not be able to go any further, so be it. I will, of course, try manual transmission at some point. Though on the first races here, I think the difficulty is still lower than it gets later. This is still winnable without doing anything out of the ordinary. Though I still think that by now the difficulty is probably not on easy anymore and it's in medium. But I don't know, because like I don't know if the difficulty of that one race that I just played that was that like quote unquote endurance, if that one is normal or hard difficulty. Because if that one is hard difficulty, then it's pretty clear this one is normal difficulty. Like this one does not look like easy difficulty. And it was already getting harder on the previous tournament, so yeah. Well, another thing that I have not used is the handbrake. We'll try using the handbrake. But yeah, I mean, no, you don't use the handbrake. I just needed to check, but yeah, it's obviously not a good idea at all. Pretty clearly not. Yeah, my bad. Well, at least we can skip those races that are simply to get money. Since they serve zero purpose to the tournament. Fortunately, I'm not overtaking him here, so this first race that is kinda free to win, I couldn't win it. But yeah, I mean, I guess we should not take this attempt seriously, especially since I want to try manual transmission. Though, if I do try manual transmission, I also have to change the settings, because I'm used to R1 and L1 on PS1 games. So let me check if I have it or not. I guess since it's fits that amount of options, maybe it's not an option. So yeah, unfortunately this Genius put like, oh never mind, this one, like the first one actually, gear down, though, yeah, okay, never mind, it is that one, yes. The other ones basically have it on one side only. So yes, you will want to go back to this. It's just that you wouldn't be able to use the rear view. Not like I was using the rear view anyways, considering that I kinda need to worry about what's in front of me, you know? Alright, so let's try manual transmission. This is probably not gonna work, and especially not in a track like this, but it's worth an attempt. It's just that I'm usually not very good at, you know, downshifting. Obviously that's the hard part. Upshifting is not an issue since you essentially upshift when the tachometer is about to reach the red line. But yeah, downshifting is a little bit different than that. Like, downshifting is a more, I guess, personal choice. So far it's not really making any difference, which I mean makes sense because I obviously I'm not good at manual transmission, but that's a lot slower than I thought. I didn't lose as much time as I was expecting there. I don't know if upshifting there was a good idea. But at the same time, seems that no, it was a good idea. The 72 is kinda like the maximum speed you can go anyways. You know, I think that here manual transmission is simply like a choice in, well, yes, obviously, but I mean that it's not really something that necessarily makes the game easier if you are not used to it. So yeah, that ain't gonna happen. In which case, well, here I probably should just skip all of the tracks here, right? Is it pretty clear I'm not winning this? Don't worry about it. Because I mean, here you're not gonna use the money for anything, so unless you get into a very bad position and that's enough to... Yeah, actually, that's something I didn't think about, but maybe if you do too badly, instead of retrying the season, what's gonna happen is that you demote. It might be that you demote. Well, we are about to find out. That's the final race. Yes, you demote. That's pretty fucked up, I gotta say. And I didn't really want to do this season again, but like, the fucked up thing is that you really cannot do anything, right? Like, I mean, other than get good, it's like you're kinda bone no matter what. So I still don't understand the point of setup. Maybe it only happens on cars that are better. But yeah, I don't know. Damn, that sucks though. Wait, hold up. Cannot I simply load? To be honest, I don't remember when I saved. Did I save at the end of this season or at the end of the previous season? See, that's what I don't remember. I could try. Actually, yeah, let me try. Because, I mean, if it's at the beginning of this season, it's not gonna make a difference, but... yeah, let's see. I mean, you can load... though, I'm not sure why you can load from inside a race. Like, shouldn't that be something like a general menu thing? Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it is, but yeah, what happens when you load here? Because isn't this still the same race? I mean, it is. Yeah, it is the same race, so... so what is that about load career, then? Wait, body shop? But why didn't you tell me about that game? So that's what you use money for. But I didn't know about that. Wait. Save records. I guess. Though that's the thing, save records means... yeah, probably when I save was the general save, and now this was the actual save. So I kinda fucked myself over by doing... wait, there is nothing to load. Well, that means that I should fuck my career, and I have to start from the beginning. Well, that's a shame. I mean, it would be nicer if the UI wasn't like it is, but yeah, like you start from the beginning. So hold up, this was the actual save. So the other save, what was it? It was like a fake save? Well, that sucks, because if I had knew that, I probably could have kept going, but I didn't. Well, that really is a shame, I guess. Well, I think that in that case I probably should stop here, because, you know, I'm not really gonna redo all of that, so it is disappointing, but yeah, I guess I messed up. It's fine, it happens. But yeah, I guess that was Ford Racing. Pretty sad ending, but it's fine. Things like that happen sometimes, I guess. Hold up, it's it there. Well, I'm gonna switch game to something that has absolutely nothing to do with this, so yeah, hopefully the clash is not too bad. It probably will be too bad, but yeah, don't worry about it. But god damn it, dude, I had no clue it was gonna be something like that. Oh well. That's why UIs are important, you know? So this is... this. Yeah, a shame. I wouldn't say that I'm salty though, because it's not like it was a game that I really like that much in the first place, but yeah. It's simply sad because it's like one thing that just like ruins everything, right? Like not knowing how it works because the UI is basically not good. Wait, no, this is not the one. This is the one. Alright. Yeah. Let's just forget about it for now. Okay. So it's not like doing this is gonna be much better, but if anything, this will be the salty experience, you know? Yeah, it's fine. Well, unlike the other one, at least I know how this one works. But yeah, it's still pretty hard for what it is. No, don't do that. Don't jump like that. also a shame because I kinda wanted to play the other games in the series, but I mean, the last one in the series, that off-road game, should have been already a warning that it's not a series worth playing, but I guess it's one of those things where the curiosity kills the cat. Well, at least it's good to, you know, discard it. Because otherwise I wouldn't know, but now I know. Yeah, I'm playing as your profile picture. Correct. I guess it even looks more like that when it's in its pixelated form. That it doesn't even have the expression of despair that the normal one has. Yeah, it's fine. The question is if this will be finally the day where I manage to... Well, if I start dying like that, no, it won't be the day, I guess. It certainly will not. But I'm thinking back about that game, really fucked up how bad the UI is, because you have 3 different instances of save and the game doesn't clarify, and the fact that you have a setup window but you don't have like a direct access to purchasing the parts, so you don't know what the fuck you're looking at. Like really having a good UI is something that, well, especially in a game like that, cannot, like, it's simply not something that can happen. Like it's a horrible thing to happen. But yeah. I guess maybe Ford just has to limit themselves to making cars and not video games. Probably a better idea. I guess that's also the perfect example if you are trying to learn about UI and shit. Take that as the perfect example of what not to do. And really, it's one of the first times that a game like that completely gets ruined by the UI. I mean, even if the game itself wasn't that big of a deal in the first place, like, the fact that the UI is like that bad is Yeah. If you don't know exactly what you're doing, it's well, it's what should happen is what will happen. Like just losing all that progress for free just because you couldn't figure out what you were supposed to do, and you get punished for it, right? Because it's like, you know, you couldn't figure it out, well, too bad. Because see, that's the thing, the button saying menu made me think that you go back to the main menu outside of the career, which means that if you haven't saved at that point, like, you will lose the save. But it was the opposite. It's like you need to go to the menu and save there, because otherwise that's when you lose, right? That's when you lose all your progress. And then it also takes you to the fact of what even is the point to save outside of that menu. Like, what are you saving there? Because if it doesn't save the progress of the career, maybe it saves the unlocks, but maybe then if you don't save the progress in the career menu, you might save the career but not the unlocks. Like, it's pretty weird. I hate how the spikes are rounded. They are rounded because it's supposed to be pixelated. Oh yeah, something like that. I mean, I don't particularly mind. I think that the spikes here are the least of my worries, really. I guess they could make the spikes not rounded if they have a slightly different shape, because here they use 2 pixels for the like edge of, well, edge, the point of the spike, right? If it had a different shape, they could make it so it's not like it's not 2 pixels and it's only 1 or something like that. But I don't know. Really something that I didn't really think much about, because there are so many other things that in its stead will actually kill you way worse. But you don't want that to happen. Definitely took longer than I should have getting into the third area like this, but yeah, that's fine. Then you... I can't believe those fucking piranhas, dude. Every time they do something different, you know? They have a mind on their own. Very annoying. Really, it's the worst thing about this. It's the one thing that makes me think twice every time I want to attempt this. Like, I have to remember that third area exists and I immediately start double thinking. It is what it is. Now I think auditing that previous screen, depending on which platform you step on, it will very drastically change the outcome of where those enemies are gonna bounce. That hasn't really been a problem so far, but since every time I bounce in a different place, it will eventually become a problem. You're pretty close. Okay, that could have gone badly. I mean, it went badly, but at least I survived. I mean, how much I hate those enemies is something that I cannot put into words. No, fuck up. It doesn't really make a difference at that point. That was close. I guess that's a harder jump than it looks at first, but it's fine. Cannot be worse than this champ. Right. So this part killed me twice by now, which is bad. Okay, I was able at least to grab the ledge here. Which kinda lets me do the rest without issues. Is this champ like this? I feel like it isn't. No, it isn't. No, I think I remember... Yeah, that's just a very annoying champ. You have to champ almost after the edge. So these things are going faster, I think, than the ones before. This one... it's fine. Yeah, I remember the fourth one, and I also kinda remember the fifth one, but... This one is not as bad. I fucked up. Wow. I probably can fall down to avoid dying, but... yeah. You need to know where to fall. I didn't know that that could happen, that you will grab that and not be able to go back up. Well, now I know. Shame that it costed me an attempt to do that. Oh well. At least I got further than I was expecting, you know. Would have wanted to go to my PV, I guess. Well, if I went to my PV, I probably would have beaten it. So at that point, it's saying going to my PV. It's the same of saying I wish I had beaten it. So yeah, don't worry about it. At least the piranha kinda gets stuck in the spikes there. Here doesn't really have anything to get stuck in. Not much you can do. Oof, that was close. I'm stupid. I guess I wasn't focusing right there. You're supposed to wait before going off. I guess I was just distracted. Which is weird because I wasn't even talking. I guess talking is not really what really causes distraction, right? Almost jump right away. I mean, that's the kind of thing that I say, that I mean when I say that I'm distracted. Like sometimes you autopilot so much that things that you maybe should focus a little bit more on well, you don't focus on them. You should let autopilot take you there, but autopilot is not good enough for that sometimes, I guess. That's pretty nice that I completely lost one of the piranhas there. You have to be the only one going down, whatever works for me. Actually kind of insane how much easier Area 4 is than anything else. It makes sense since it's one of the last ones, but like not even Area 5 is this easy. Yeah, I'm not complaining. Oof, that was... So what happens there if you go to the edge of the screen and you get just killed by a regular ghost? I get fucked, right? Oh, that's a real issue, guess, in some other... Well, in the last screen, that also happens. You have a bunch of guys that spawn from the very edge. You have to be shitting me. I mean, it's not like I expected the platform to go all the way down, but I expected at least for you to leave me a little bit more leeway. Not just teleport me right when I am close to the edge instead of, you know, when I actually am past the edge. Oh well. And that screen is fucking me up, you know? And that's probably the easiest screen in the zone. Which makes this even dumber. Because it is the easiest one. The first one has that annoying ass champ. The second one, well, I guess the third one is technically the easiest one, but I don't know. I mean, in the fourth one, you really don't have to deal with anything at all. It's kind of figuring out what you need to do. But I mean, when I got there the first time, I figured it out on the first try, so it's just that I'm being dumb now. It happens. What am I doing? Well, getting distracted is what I'm doing. But getting distracted by nothing. That's the sad part. So, you know, I'm a little bit afraid that I might be catching a cold. And I feel that if I catch a cold, you know, multiple times when I did catch a cold, I just continued streaming like it's nothing. But yeah, wow. Okay, sure. The thing is that I feel like if I were to catch a cold now, I really wouldn't want to stream. Like, I probably wouldn't. It's been a very long time since I caught a cold, and I hope it remains like that. It's just that lately there have been some... Like, it's been colder now than in the past, like, 3 weeks or something. It kind of felt like we were starting to get into spring only for winter to remind us that it's not over yet. And yes, it is indeed not over yet. So yeah, that's kind of an issue. It's fine. I mean, what's fine is the cold being here. What's not fine is me catching a cold. That's definitely not fine. Like, I'm not gonna accept that under any circumstance. Well, I'm not gonna accept it. Like, I have a choice, right? You catch a cold and you catch a cold, and that's it. You know, I mean, if I do catch a goal, I won't accept streaming with a goal. Like, no thank you. I also seen reports that the weather right now is being kind of extreme. Okay, that's an issue. I'm assuming that on the northern hemisphere you're getting a lot of heat, and here you're getting the opposite, which is a lot of cold. Can you start behaving normally, you stupid fish? The answer is no, but you didn't kill me, so it's shit. The fact that they appear in 3 screens in a row is even more messed up. Like, the worst 3 screens of the cartridge. And they all happen one after the other. Close. Oh, really? You didn't get triggered? Wait, no. Don't do that. No. Oof. I guess the trigger for that one is different a lot of times. Ooh, I almost fucked that up. The moving block almost was too low by the time I jumped, and it was out to go up again. It didn't happen, don't worry about it. That was also very close of me hitting that spike. That's a death that has not happened yet, but it's waiting to happen. Like, it's right there, lurking in the shadows. Really wants to happen. No, okay, calm down. And this champ is now being a genuine pain in the ass, huh? Come on, dude. There you go. Wasn't taking you that much on the previous attempts. Okay, stay there, there you go. It seems that more or less the first screen of this final zone, I think I have it more or less dominated. I wouldn't really say dominated though. Oof. Okay. That's fine. I mean, dominating it will imply that I can fully consistently get it, and I don't think that's the case. Well, my current record is certainly not bad. Okay, so can you stop dying on this one? Like, this one is not hard and you know it. No. It has to be from the bottom. Just that, how much of the bottom? Oof, that works. Though that's still a pretty hard jump. I don't remember how I did this one actually. I don't remember at all actually how I did any of this. Did I choose YOLO? Kinda looked like I probably choose YOLO, because my PV is getting to the left here. Yeah. Oh, come on, dude. How did I make it that much to the left there? God damn it. Well, but yes, the strategy is YOLO. It works. But yeah, it works when you don't YOLO that much. It was a little over YOLO, I gotta say. But yeah, that's the final screen. And I haven't still gotten to the top part, but the top part looks like a disaster. Like it will go to shit in no time at all. But yeah, I'll worry about that when I get there. And here, even if I was close, I did not actually get there, you know? Wait, you know, I think I gotta take back what I said about the fourth screen of the final zone being the easiest one, because even if you know what you're supposed to do, that final jump that goes to the next screen is not easy to perform. Like, regardless of you making it fast enough there, I don't think it's easy to perform at all. Oof. Oof, almost messed up there too. And there. Very close to hitting the spike. Yeah, too bad. You tried to get me, but you couldn't. Yeah, I'm starting to understand the bullshit that you do, Mr. Piranha. And it's not gonna work. Or maybe it will, that's the issue with you. You are very wildly inconsistent. I feel like one of these attempts I will hit that top spike. And it will be pretty sad. I've been so close every time that it's just gonna happen at one point. Okay. Oh, really, dude? Well, I think that's the first time I died to that screen. Though, the sad part is that I died to that spike. Pretty sad. Oh well. This it was out time that zone 4 was gonna get a death. And yeah, it happened. Would have run there to the left early on, but I don't want to explore new patterns for no reason. Just stick to what you know. It works well enough like that. I mean, if anything, this is a challenge where you don't really have the luxury to try out new things when when the ones you've been using work well, right? Just use what works well. If you wanna get creative, I don't know, play Mario Paint or something. Hey, to get creative, just play a game that rewards creativity. No, I never played Mario Paint, but then again, it's basically a paint program theme around Mario, so not much different than what I did as a kid in Paint, like Microsoft Paint. Just that it was, I guess, a little bit more colorful in Mario Paint. Well, and I think Mario Paint also has a mode where you can compose music, right? Or something like that. That's pretty cool. I mean, that really helps developing the creativity of a kid a lot. Assuming that's the case, I still don't know. Again, I have never played it. Oof, okay, that one, I did not have any danger of dying to the spike, but I went too low. Precisely because I wanted to avoid the spike. I almost avoided it a little bit too much, let's just say that. Would be nice if this screen doesn't screw me over again, wouldn't it? It is true that that's a very hard jump. Not the one I died to, but this one is hard. And I guess since you are impatient, you can easily get killed by the previous one too. Wow, that was very risky. I'll take it though. Close. That's fine. At least on that jump you have a recovery. On the other one I don't think so. On the one before that, you probably cannot recover that. It's fine. Don't think about that. Oh, really? I mistimed it, dude. Fuck. That's also the first time I died like that. For mistiming a ghost appearance. Like, I died to the ghost actually hitting me, but... Well, not that one, I think, but other ghosts hitting me simply because I was on the wrong place, but not because of the timing. That one was purely timing. Oh well. I guess that's also another thing to take into account. Had to go to the other fucking side, and I missed the switch. Okay. You know, I would have appreciated if you jumped there so you can despawn, but you didn't. Cancer, that's what you are. You don't deserve any other world. And pretty interesting considering that you're in the same cartridge that features an actual tumor going after you. Well, I can tell you you're even more cancerous than that. Stupid piranha. Really the worst of the worst. The absolute worst. Not like this will be reasonable otherwise, it's still an unreasonable challenge, but certainly will be a lot more reasonable if the piranha wasn't there. But it is there, so it is what it is, I guess. I missed that. That's the first time I missed that. Oh well. Hopefully I don't get killed here, but no, it's fine. Just took a little bit longer. I guess that's what happened for... Well, for using the dip there, you don't really need to dip. It's just that it makes it faster. Obviously not faster if you fail to hit the switch, of course. Can you not make it to the other side? There you go. Oof. Ooh, that was pretty close. Not because of the piranha, but because of the spike. I almost got killed by it. That was too early. For no reason. Way too risky. That was so close as well. Alright. Another attempt here. Close. Hey, I'm actually getting so comfortable with that I'm not wasting any time. This time I didn't do it too early. Okay. I'm still worried about this final champ on this thing, dude. That jump is not easy whatsoever. Like, you can tell that I'm so close to dying every time, but yeah, enough about that. I need to YOLO this. Okay. There you go. No. Okay, well, that's... Sure. I guess I'll take that. That was something. Nice, and I did that again, okay. So, that's not a wall, which I didn't know. That would have been useful to know in my actual PV here. Because if this is not a wall, you can jump from the left instead of from the right like I did last time. Problem is that this is still pretty hard to do. This guy's pattern, like, I understand the pattern, but like, it doesn't make it any less hard. It's a hard pattern. I'm not really sure how to engage it, well, how to do it. It's hard. Alright, I'm gonna do one more attempt, I guess. That was close. At least I went back to... Well, technically that's a PV. It's a PV of one platform, so yeah. Very impressive, dude. Congratulations. I'm not sure how to do those jumps. I mean, I probably should choose YOLO. It's like... My brain cannot really calculate exactly where I need to go to like be on a safe spot. Well, I mean, there are no safe spots, but I mean that to not die, you know? Like, I try to pre-calculate every jump and I can't. It's like every jump I calculate ends up in death in my head. So it's like I never know when to jump. I mean, you have to eventually jump. I mean, has to work eventually. What the fuck did I do there? Come on, dude, what are you doing? Well, I say I will do one more attempt, but, you know, I mean one more attempt that goes somewhere. That didn't go anywhere. You know, this time actually, regardless of where it goes, let's just make it the last attempt, because... Well, at least it's a good progress, I guess, but... No... I mean, in reality, the only good progress will be beating this. Like, really. At least I went back to my PV for the first time, but yeah, I mean, that also should have happened earlier. Yeah, at least now I am... I mean, when I first got to the PV, I wasn't familiarized with the zone at all, because it was essentially the first time I got there. But now I know exactly what to expect from it and what are the strategies in each one of the screens, so that's very good. Wait, what did I get killed here? By this? I think I got killed by this, which is... That's pretty sad. How the fuck did you get killed by this? Not like it's the first time that happens, which also makes it even more sad. Whatever, keep going. Eyes on the road. Oof. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry. Was pretty close though. Oh, that was pretty close. That really fucking sucks. It's fine, at least I need to choose exit the screen instead of picking something up and then going back up, right? It's a lot easier when you just need to exit. No, that's too early. No, it's fine, it's fine. I mean, that hasn't happened yet, that tumor has grown enough to kill me. I almost got a kill at the end there. Okay, let's not get a kill here, though. Oof. No. Fuck, dude. Okay. Maybe there is a safer strategy for doing that. I don't know. You can jump so late. It's pretty interesting. Oof, almost died the same way again. It's fine, I didn't. Come on. Nice. Now the thing here is that I really should not overthink this. Like, once I go up, I should YOLO. Because it's just gonna be worse in the long term to overthink this shit. There you have it. On the final attempt. Whew. With his last bit of effort, Ash slid atop his throne. Having climbed the Tower of Ascension, his life had finally been given meaning. He had accomplished something no one else had, and was reaping the rewards. The height he had climbed had given a new vantage point, a new perspective, as he gazed out on the world he once lived in. Something caught his eye. A small piece of paper hanging from the wall, swaying gently in the wind. Something was written on it. Fuck off. Who in the hell climbs a tower like this only to leave a note that only says 2 words in it, let alone the F word? And who the hell concludes a trial that asks so much of the player with an ending that says fuck off in big bold letters? But wait, there is something drawn on the back. Just kidding, look down. And that's when Ash noticed the bones littering the ground around him. He followed their trail back behind the throne, where they interlock, forming a ladder leading up into the tower's peak. As he climbed, the remains of all that ascended the tower before him, he looked up. A spire of skulls, ribs, and spinal columns rose into the night sky further than the eye could see, each stepping stone a legacy a lifetime left behind to aid in the journey towards something unknown. Ash, looking forward, took one last deep breath and started his ascension into the ether. To be continued, really? Is that true? Or is it not true? I mean, according to the achievements, not really. Or is that supposed... Well, I got the achievement that says beat it. Beat the full game and all cards, so I'm assuming that's just a bait for a sequel that never appeared, right? Like, we are done here, right? Like, first of all, if you go out of this, the save file probably says 100%. Like, before it said 99, but now that I completed that, yeah, it says 100%. Well, plus 33, I'm assuming that probably is talking about achievements and shit, but the point is that it's pretty much done, at least the non-achievement part, and I'm not gonna bother getting all the achievements, but at least the 100% is there, and the Tower of Ascension and all of that, so yeah. I'm out of here victorious, so thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream, so have a good one and take care.